Hello everyone. In this video, we will see how to produce the report using the dataset. And the last video, we've already seen how to upload the sales dataset. So let's start. So before we start, this is the panel where we are going to build the report. And first we need a background. This is white, but you can set up a background for this report. So under visualization, so you will find two icons. One is for visuals and the other one is for formatting your page. So click that. You can add your wallpaper, you can add any theme. So let's fix the background. And try to adjust your transparency for the background. So for producing any visuals, first you have to click the visual, then you will get the relevant configuration for that visual. For an example, if you click pie chart, then your configuration will change according to the pie chart. So if you want to create a second visual, then you should come out of it, then click the second visual. Okay, why? Because if you select the first visual and then if you try to change, that visual will be changing. So if you come out of it, then click a new visual for building your dashboard. In order to delete the visual, then you can just use your key. From your keypad, just the delete key. So before preparing the report, we will first give a header or a title for the report. So use your text box to write whatever that is suitable for the report. For an example, sales report for this report. So whatever you create in your Power BI report panel, so you will always get a setting for changing the background and everything for each and every visual. For example, if you click your visual, see there are two places. So there are two icons. So first one is for visual and the second one is for your formatting. Okay, so similarly for anything, even for the text box, you will always get this format text box. So here you can add your effects for coloring, for background settings. Okay, so let's build a very simple visuals, column chart, pie chart, and a line chart maybe. Okay, so first let's start with the column chart. So for any visuals that we take, you will get the respective configuration. So x-axis and y-axis. So imagine that you're drawing a for any visuals that you take from your visualization panel, you will get the relevant configuration. So x-axis and y-axis. So imagine you're using a graph. Okay, so similar to graph, so you will get x and y-axis. So think about a column chart. So what kind of x-axis should I draw and what kind of y-axis? So column chart is basically used for comparing. So comparing your sales versus cities or comparing your food report based on country. So here you will have categories in the x-axis. So let's say city number 1, Chennai, Mumbai and Delhi. So you will compare your sales based on categories. Okay, that is why we use this column chart and bar chart. So these are all, they will, for all these graphs, you have to use your categories rather than dates. Okay, so let's start. So for column chart, you have to find the proper categories. So inside your sales data set, you will find something, certain columns is with sigma mark and certain column you will not have this sigma summation mark. So if you have this summation mark, then it represents the number column. If you don't have it, then it means the text information. So x-axis, as we discussed, I'm going to drag, let's say, category versus profit. Okay, so for each category, what is my profit? Even for every visual, you can go and set up your background, but we will move ahead. Explore your background settings and then fix the right background for each and every visual. But for now, we are moving ahead. So as I said, you have to click outside so that you will release it from this visual and then you're going to place a new visual. So let's take a line chart. So the line chart is specifically, it is made for your continuous data. Okay. So what is a continuous data? Think about the data that flows in a particular order. So for this reason, we can say it is a date. So date, if you see the date always flows in a particular order. So why we use line graph? Basically to see the trend, any seasonal trends are available or not. If you put a date in your x-axis, then you may get to see on particular month the sales are high and on particular month the sale is low. Then you will tend to find out what is the reason for being low in the month of May. So this is what your business for insights would be. So if you, instead of using date, if we put, let's say, city, Chennai, Mumbai and Delhi, so and then you try to plot your sales, so what happens? You will get to see the trend that is not actually a trend. Okay, you will get a line, but actually it's not a real trend. Okay, so you may represent Mumbai, Chennai, Delhi, or Delhi, Chennai, Mumbai. It doesn't matter, right? So every time you change this scale, you will get different trends. Okay, that is why line graph is only for continuous data. So for now, fix it for date column. So we have a date column, order date. So let's drag our order date and versus your profit. So here it starts from 2020 and 2025. What is our trend? Which year was it good and why the sale is coming down on 2025? So we can start finding out what is the reason. So the next graph is very important chart, a pie chart. So pie chart is again a very important chart, but it consider this as a higher level information. So fix this for only higher level information, not the most clustered information. Let's say you have 20 cities or 30 cities and do not drag all 30 inside your pie chart. Okay, pie chart is for higher level information of your sales. Okay, so in this case, like let's say if you drag your state, we would have, we would be dealing 4-5 states, then it's fine. But if you deal 100 states, then there is no meaning of your pie chart. So for state-wise, how many quantities I have sold. So this is fine. I have got 6 states and then each state I'm marking. So each pie represents each state. Now let's see. Now let's see your pie chart. Pie chart is considered to be very important chart in the report, but it is used for your higher level information. So higher level information in the sense like country wise, the highest level of category in your sales report. For an example, state wise profit, state wise quantity, how many quantities we have sold. But remember, when we are dragging the state, make sure you don't have too many states, because each and every pie is important for us. But if you drag too many categories into our legend, then we may not understand what is the segregation of each and every state. So let's see, for me here it is only 6 states, then it is fine. But imagine if you are dealing with 20 states, then pie chart is not the right graph. It is only for the brief information, higher level information. So let me drag my quantity here. So each and every pie represents my sale quantity. So may remember not to drag too many categories into your legend for pie chart. And the last graph what we gonna see is here the matrix. Matrix is again very similar to your pivot table in your Excel. You will have rows, columns and value. So let's create a matrix, and for rows I will take probably category, and for value I want to show the quantity, how many quantity I have sold for each category. And for columns I'm going to choose year, because we have got 5 year. So I'm going to choose my 5 year, so that I'll see this is year number 1. See, system understands automatically. So when you drag your date, the system is showing 2010, 21. But just to make sure, I will remove other stuff and I'll keep only year. Okay, so 2020 sale. So all together, all 5 years sale for electronics, the total is 4258. So if you want to go into focus mode, then click here, you will get the better picture. For all graphs, we can see in the focus mode just to see the trends, or if you want to find out any other things. This is about report preparation. So there are many things to do in a report. This is about your report preparation in Power BI. See you guys in the next video.